Hey guys, this is Drax here with another Star Wars Battlefront 2 video, and in this video we're going to be talking about the new squad system coming to Star Wars Battlefront 2. A community transmission was released about 15 hours ago, and I'm just going to be going over some of the changes in this one and giving my thoughts on them. So at the start of the transmission it reads, Star Wars is full of stories where trusted friends and companions adventure together, and Star Wars Battlefront 2 is no different. One of our favourite things to hear about is when a player does something awesome, but it's even better when it's done with a friend or ally on the battlefront. It's these type of moments that we want to help create, and the new squad system aims to do just that. Coming in the September update, the new squad system will allow you to rejoin your friends, allies and the action much quicker than before. So he starts with a glossary, basically breaking it down the different name groups. So a game group, these are formed within the social hub menu of Star Wars Battlefront 2. Squads, these are groups of 4 players that enter a game mode together. And platform party, these are groups that are formed outside of Star Wars Battlefront 2 as part of a platform of your choice. And they should highlight that there's no connection between a party, platform and game group. There is one exception, and this occurs on PlayStation 4, where players can create a game group outside of the game with the play together feature. So forming a group. If you're already playing with a group of friends as either a game group or platform party, you'll be placed together into a squad. If your numbers are less than 4, then random players or other groups will fill up your squad. Consequently, if you join a game on your own, you will be placed into a random squad. Squads persist between rounds on the same map, however, new squads are formed when switching maps. When new squads are formed, you will always be put into one with the member of your game group. But if your squad consists of less than 4 people, the random people or other game groups that make up your squad can change. If you join a game group late and they are already in a game, you will join the squad if there is space. If there is no space in that squad, then you will join a random squad until the maps are switched. At this point, you will join the squad with your game group. So that sounds a little bit confusing to me when they just put it like that. But I think it works exactly the same as what it does on Battlefield 5 currently. I don't think there's much else to it. If you've got a group of people that you've queued with, then you're pretty much going to be put with them. And if not, then you're going to be put with other people in your team. That's just the way I think it is. Don't think there's any more need to complicate it than that. So the spawn system. When you are defeated, you have the ability to toggle through a spectator camera. This camera will be focused on one of your squad members, and you then have the ability to spawn directly onto them. Once you spawn on a different squad member, simply toggle through the spectator camera until you find the squad member of your choosing. This ability to spawn directly on your squad will be limited to the following modes: Galactic Assault and Strike. So yeah, that is pretty much how Battlefield 5 works right now. So I think it is like the same system, and you're going to be able to go through and watch your team members until maybe they're clear, not under fire, and you should be able to spawn on them. If you don't want to spawn on that member, then you can go back to the screen and change things and then pick someone on the map and spawn on them instead. Concerning the Galactic Assault and Strike being the only modes you can use this in, it says, the reason why squad spawn is limited to these modes is because we need to ensure the gameplay balance remains intact. It works well for Galactic Assault due to its large size, but from our testing we found that it can become quite powerful. And yeah, that makes complete sense. I would say it can be quite powerful at times if you're on a point, I guess, which you need to take, or an objective, and you can just spawn back in when they just hide for a second. Can become quite powerful. I don't really know. I think it would be more powerful in these objective based modes rather than say Blast, but the testing says that it can become quite powerful in the smaller mode, so we'll see how it goes, whether they need to change things up. I think they said that at the bottom that they will be doing so if it needs it. So they will be rolling it out onto Strike as a test case for smaller modes, and the potential to roll it out to the other smaller modes is there based on our feedback. Now once defeated, you will be given the chance to go back to the class selection menu and spawn immediately back into the action once the respawn timer runs out. That's pretty much overview of how the spawning system is going to work and how you're going to play together. Probably even better than the previous game, so this is definitely an improvement for Star Wars Battlefront 2. In the next section under 2v2 it says joining a 2v2 game mode such as Hero Showdown while in a 4-player group will enable you to play a private match. So This is the first we're seeing of private matches in this game, and it's done by getting in a 4-man group, getting 4 friends together, and then joining a 2v2 game mode. So that is Hero Showdown. I don't know if there's any other 2v2 game modes currently in the game, so that might be the only one currently, but maybe I'm having a bit of a mind blank here if there's any other 2v2 game modes that you can actually do this private matching in. But at least now we'll have one mode that you can play privately with 3 other friends. Concerning voice chat, this will be turned off for any 4-player squads that have been formed at random. You will be able to enable voice chat with your friends through either the platform system or by using Star Wars Battlefront 2 option. Please note that selecting your platform's voice chat feature will override the in-game option. That's a good change there, because sometimes if you join a game at random, you don't know who's going to be in the squad, and you don't always want the voice chat on like it is currently. So it will be turned off in a 4-player squad, and you'll be able to enable it when you're playing with your friends. For ongoing adjustments due to the online nature of this feature, we wanted to highlight that once it goes live, there is a possibility that it will need adjusting within the live environment. So they've built in back-end timers that will affect the length of Galactic Assault objectives, just in case they see certain phases in the map being exploited by either side. And for further balancing, they are prepared with several kill switches, which will enable them to turn the features on and off per game mode and per map. That's going to enable them to react very quickly should they find balancing becoming an issue. They're going to be watching our feedback closely, so make sure to leave feedback on the forums and on the Reddit, and they're going to be ready to act accordingly once this system goes live later this month. As with any features that are in development, there are chances that things may change as they progress between now and the actual update, but they're going to keep us posted along the way. So that's it for the new squad system, guys, and all the details. To me, it sounded so much better than what we have currently. It's more like what they have in the Battlefield games, and it's very similar, I think, to the current Battlefield game, Battlefield 5. If you haven't played that yet, then it might be worth jumping on the beta, which is actually available today for everyone, and you can kind of see how the squad system will work based on the Battlefield 5 beta. I think there's a few differences, but mostly I do think it is about the same, and it does work pretty well. So this is the first community transmission for this month. Apparently there is going to be multiple CTs this month, and the other one's going to be for matchmaking, new star cards for the heroes, the new clone trooper appearances, and some bug fixes, of course. So I think it's going to be broken up. I don't know if there's going to be 2 updates or whether they're going to go into one at the end, but it depends how long they take to make sure this new squad system is working correctly. I definitely think it's going to be a plus for Battlefront 2. Obviously there might be some issues that pop up. Someone said something about overtime in the comments below on the Reddit post, and he does make a very good point that maybe the squad spawn should be disabled if you're in overtime, but we'll have to see how it turns out. Like I said, they've got switches and they're ready to make changes based upon our feedback, so keep that in mind, guys. I think this is going to be a pretty good month for Star Wars Battlefront 2, with all the changes having a very positive impact. New squad system, better matchmaking it looks like, more hero health star cards, and more customization for your troopers. It's all positive changes, and I am actually looking forward to the update this month. Now I'm going to hand it over to you guys in the comments. Are you looking forward to the new squad system? Do you like how it's going to work? Or do you think there should be some changes from the off? Let me know below. I've been trying to get the stream setup going once again, but I'm having a few issues, so bear with me, guys. Streams will be coming back to the channel, but not quite yet. So hopefully within a week I can get some streams going again on the channel. As always, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.